to get live, you're not switching weights or anything. You're going, going, going. All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Cannon Falls, Minnesota, the location today for the Cannon Valley Fair. Western Wisconsin truck pullers. And I tell you, this is...
He did show up with the old Cummings killer.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Well, I can push the announce it then.
I think so. It's a big hauler.
Yeah, he's got a bus, I think, still. Got a bus?
Big motorhome with a big long camper. I'm sure who else would it be?
Gotta be.
If you say he's going to reset the slider, he's going to leave it.
Hey, I think he's Andy, did he set a sled or what's he doing?
He said he didn't want to do nothing with weight till.
Well, I've never seen him not move weights around ever. I can't even get my video ready to go. All right, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are live for the 6200 improved stock class. I apologize. We are moving so darn fast here, I couldn't get the live feed up, but the first hook was Austin Bowman. And he really floored it down the track. We'll find out if they're going to do anything with the sled there. He pushed past 350, I'm sure. And up next, we're going to have, looks like John Parco's down there.
A couple other ones in there too.
So I got my counterpart over here today doing some handy work with the cell phone. All right, here comes John Parco's, your next competitor. I didn't even have time to get my live video up. All right. Yeah, what's that? Oh, you're good.
I hate to move because it's hard to gauge off of.
I know.
You want to stay in the same spot.
I know, you're not kidding. All the other classes were right here, and now this class all of a sudden, I guess he's leaving the way it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that
Nothing wrong with 350. That's when the trucks get running good. Is that Kurt Schmitz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did bring it.
Yeah, he said he did, Kurt. I figured he'd be watching. So,
Kurt Keen's got him.
oh, the parts he's talking about? Yeah, I did. I don't know if you well, I guess you didn't watch earlier, Kurt, but we did run the 5800 classes so far, and good running class today. So that's why I wanted to come live today for this. And that new machine by Kurt and his kid there really ran smoothly the first time out. So again, welcoming everybody here, Dairyland Pulling Promoters on YouTube. If you're watching and you can figure out how to share this, that would be great. Share it to your Facebook feed and get the word out. This is bonus free coverage today. It's gorgeous out. The sun just went under a cloud, so we can finally get a little reprieve from the heat. Early class, early show today. We started at 4 o'clock. Of course, this event usually takes place on a Thursday or Friday, Saturday this year, so they decided to bump it up a little bit, and everybody will get a nice early day and get home in time to enjoy the holiday. But until then, we are truck pulling, and here comes your winner from the first class. This is Larry Anderson. I think he put a couple feet on second place today. I think that was Basil in the first class. So again, Larry, of course, you just saw his other build. He built a new truck today too, and that went on. That went out in the Outlaw stock class. I got a lot of pictures of it. They ran a couple good hooks today, so real good showing by them. Happy to see that they're doing well. And here comes Larry Anderson with the Rustic Haven Ford. It's not his fault.
The first two, I went through your camera.
No consistency whatsoever. That's going on the review.
It wasn't a complaint department.
Yeah, going in the complaint department for track patrol. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching here, it's a bumpy ride. We're standing on, I haven't had a chance to say this yet, but we're standing on a homemade berm here. We're basically right between, if you look over here where these bleachers are, that's the demo pit. And then of course we got the pulling track over here with the racetrack or whatever it is around it. So it's a lot going on. There's a pile of dirt right where I'm standing. So it's tricky spinning this camera around. Our classes have basically been right level with my camera all night, and now we're going another 20 feet. So thank you to Mike for running the sled tonight. It's required anytime he's at a show. What's that? I don't, but it's pro stock, king of the street, four-wheel drive mod. All right, so if you're tuning in tonight, this is the first time you'll be seeing this truck. This is the new build from Kurt Keeney. I believe it's his son doing the driving, all the way up from the Marengo area there in northern Wisconsin. They travel a long ways to take part in this pulling club, and I tell you, this truck is sharp. Good old Chevrolet square body. First hook was a good one in the 58, and now we'll see what he can do in the 6200. Alright, so they're doing some checking under this truck here.
Fire extinguisher! Fire extinguisher!
Hey! Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's why everybody works together as a club here to make things happen. They're a little hot under the hood, and you got guys who are affiliated or not affiliated with the truck. It doesn't really matter. Everybody jumps to it. And not sure if they pulled the pin on that extinguisher or not, but somebody thought that they seen some flames and went to it. So looks like disaster averted. Sharp looking truck. This is first time out. Truck's been a long time in the making and improved stock. You seen Kurt earlier, the father, he pulled in the super stock class. I believe this is his son doing the driving in this one. So a lot of butterflies and adrenaline going. It sounded like he was making his debut here in truck pulling. So not an easy class to get into. This is very competitive. So hopefully everything's okay underneath that machine. Let's swing back around there. If you haven't seen the crowd yet, it's about half to 3/4 of the grandstand. It seems like it kind of comes and goes. There's a lot of fans sitting over here too. Of course, with it being the ferry, a lot of people coming and going. It's very hot out here today. Which I guess is no shocker. It's hot all the time in Wisconsin and Minnesota in the summer. But Nice to see a decent crowd out here today enjoying some great truck pulling. Got some good hooks left to go here, and I believe I can officially confirm that the Cummins Killer number 3 is on the ground. He's going to make a hook tonight in the open diesel class. So fresh off a pair of hooks in Toma. Sounds like he wants to get some work done tonight. They just did, I think, a little bit more wrenching on that machine, and they want to get another run on it. So there it is. There's your big surprise. The Cummins Killer number 3 coming up. Super stock diesel truck, and open diesel class. Of course, the regular competitors are here, so it'll be interesting. Of course, the gentleman doing the flagging next to me is the proud owner of a very large diesel truck that he's hoping to have out within a few weeks here, and that's, of course, Andy Sandstrom with the Gunslinger. So I'll tell you more about that after we get the next hook. I do not know who this is. I believe it's a local Minnesota guy. So again, I was told that was one of the local guys, good runner. He ran very well in the first class. If you're tuning in here, this is Matthew Ingham with the Airline Pulling Promoters. I'm live from Cannon Falls, Minnesota, the Cannon Valley Fair, hosting the Western Wisconsin Truck Pullers tonight. We got underway at 4 o'clock today. We've seen a good chunk of the show here so far. Been some very nice hooks, and probably one of the better classes today, if not the best here. A lot of competition, a couple of new trucks here today, a couple of new builds, and this is the 6200 Improved Stock, which is their second hook of the day. Another truck coming up here. I believe this is another Minnesota truck. I've not seen this one before. He pulled earlier, and again, another good run. Again, if you are tuning in here, I'm going to be going live after a while back on the Facebook page. I will be going live for the open diesel class. And if you're just joining me, the Cummins Killer number 3 has made his way in here. He's going to be pulling in the open diesel class tonight, fresh off a couple hooks in Toma. I know the Old and Hostile machine is here, and of course Bob Conan with Crazy Max, among others. So that class will be one to see. And we'll, of course, we'll be seeing it under the sun here as we make our way through the end of the show here. It's warm, but you gotta love that sunlight. Adds a different element here. So we got another truck coming in from Marengo. I don't know again who this is. I know he's another club member, and another good running truck from up in that northern Wisconsin area.
That's fair.
Kurt, I think you got everybody's names mixed up. I'll try to get the lens cleaned off a little bit. It is very dusty down here. Some of these trucks are kicking up some dry dirt and clay here at the end of the track, so I blame that on Mike. All right, so here we go. Again, this gentleman pulled in the 5800, had a good run, and make his way down here. up that way too.
No, Kurt Kean is.
Yeah.
Kurt lives up in Ashland.
Yeah.
That guy lives in Durango, just south of Ashland.
I mean, I know you got one, but
Black 774.
are you here with somebody else?
No, I just came to
Oh,
help
did
the
ya?
club out.
I got you.
I'm in the club now. I'm just here helping out.
Sure, I got you.
So, no, I'm just waiting on pistons yet. No, it's a build that's been in the process for the last couple of years.
Right.
You know, it's a great build, but it's taking time.
Yeah.
And we're not getting parts like we used to get.
I know, I hear that an awful lot. Man, it's frustrating, you know, isn't
Very
it?
4 or 5 years ago, we'd have been done a long time ago. Stuff would be,
Sure.
shelves would be loaded. Now nobody's got nothing. And then we're building, like the pistons.
Yeah.
We poured a mold to make a custom piston.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that takes time to do that. And we finally got that back. Now we got the next 8 being made. We made the mold, sent it to Diamond. They made a piston, sent it back.
Yeah.
We mocked up the motor, checked the clearances, liked what we seen,
Yep.
sent it back. Now they're gonna make the next 8. So hopefully that'd be quicker.
Sure.
The mold should have been the hard part.
You pulling it improved?
Yeah. We're still falling inside all.
Oh, just making sure Kurt knows I'm Matt and you're Mark. It's all right, Kurt. We're just getting our truck straight, and Mark's telling me about his machine. So hopefully we got another truck soon. But until then, we got this blue Chevrolet here. Again, I believe this is another Minnesota truck. I've not seen this one before. He had a good run earlier. I'm getting the shake from Mark that he's not sure either. But the more the merrier. So we got him up. I see Basil's coming up next too. Dusty, I tell you.
He came up and said that his oil pan is shaped differently now. They threw around like that. And everything here. For his first time on last year.
Basically the same thing.
Oh really? I didn't hear that.
I thought I seen pictures of it. A black one. Basically, I thought he said the same truck is what he's got.
It's a lot to take on.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard like keeping up the one.
Alrighty, we get back to things. We got Basil Fredrickson coming up. It looks like Chad Parkos, I think, will finish out the class here. So, again, it's just really tough to hear down here. It gets so darn loud down here, and there's not a speaker right next to us. So, I had to guess. I think Larry's still out there. The first couple of trucks really pushed the limit. Basil is one of the tough runners here, and we'll see what he can do. Followed by Chad, another good running. Couple of Fords left to finish out the class. If you're watching, I'd appreciate hit that like button and share it if you can. That helps push the video further and promotes my page. So thank you very much for that. That's all I ask. You get free truck pulling here tonight. After we get done with this class, we have the Pro Stock class, which I think is only 1 or 2 trucks. We did have some breakage. do the four-wheel drive mod class. I think there's just 2 trucks in that one, and then it'll be the open diesel class, and that will be back on Facebook. And like I said, that's going to be interesting with the Cummins killer here, taking on Old and Hostile and Crazy Max among others. So here comes Basil Fredrickson here. Alright, I see 7 people watching, so if seven people watching right now, so if I can get 7 likes, that would be awesome. Like I said, that helps push the video further out onto YouTube and gives the page a little exposure. That's all I ask. That's pretty small trade there for some free pulling there. I think you've seen a pretty darn good class, and like I said, I asked Mike there on the sled if indeed Mr. Craig Dickey was here with the Cummins killer, and he is. So I did not see his hauler come in, but it's hard to mix up a big NTPA hauler when they roll onto the grounds here. So talking with Mr. Blodgett with the Old and Hostile, and they're trying to get those 2 trucks to make a run down at River Falls here in 2 weeks for the Smoking Thunder on the Kinney. That's the NTPA Region 3 hook. The last couple of years they have had, or have tried to have a Region 3 Superstock diesel class. Just hasn't panned out, but with all the back and forth with the Kuzlik family there, I think those 2 trucks are going to make appearances down there to run after the NTPA show. So looking forward to that. You know, Craig last year, I think he broke, I don't remember where, but of course could not pull at River Falls, and then Steve made it pass by himself. So, but here they are tonight, getting in a little practice run before they get to that hook. So a lot of bragging rights on the line for that one. So here comes Chad Parkos. He will be our last hook of the class. And as a little bonus, I will stay live one more truck here, as it looks like Mark Beer is going to be our only pro stock. Our other truck broke tonight. That was Dusty Waldera. A couple other pro stocks who were not able to make it tonight, unfortunately. That's another really good class. They keep it to Western Wisconsin there, and the Western Wisconsin truck pullers on the group page will get you the results here, as well as the website. After this weekend, we'll have it all updated with the results, as well as the point standings will be coming up for the first time, so make sure you check that out. All right, here comes Chad Parkos up next. Of course, his brother way down here in the top, along with Larry and Basil, among others. and gentlemen, that wraps up the 6200 improved stock. I'll stay live for one more truck here as we got Mark Beer coming up in the 6200 Pro stock. And then, as I was saying, I'll be going live here shortly on Facebook again for the 8,000 pound open diesel. I think we have the King of the Street coming up next. Four-wheel drive mod, which only has 2 trucks, I believe. And then we'll round the night out with the 8,000 pound open diesel. I can confirm that the Cummins Killer number 3 is here, along with Old and Hostile, the Crazy Max, and we'll see who else dares tries their luck. It's going to be a lot of fun here, and moving right along. So Mark Beer, of course, just up the road in Hastings. I know that's where his shop is. I believe he lives up in the city somewhere. I'm proudly displaying his shirt tonight, so if you get an opportunity, look up Mark Beer in the pits and check out his t-shirts. They are awesome. Nice, cool shirt on a nice hot day. So I'm required to give plugs, and there's nothing shameless about them. So if certain individuals watching, you know who I'm talking about. Nothing shameless here. Hopefully everybody's having a great holiday weekend. If you're watching, give me a shout out. Let me know where you're watching from. It's always cool to see who's watching and where from. Thank you again for tuning in and promoting my page as much as you can. That just promotes the club. That promotes everything I do, and it's all about promoting the sport. So thank you again for tuning in. Of course, on any given weekend, it's completely up in the air on who's going to be where. It's, you know, there's just, you can never predict how big a show is going to be or a class is going to be. But again, this is a holiday weekend, so understandable, and there's a lot of other hooks going on today that takes trucks away, and some folks just getting in a little R&R too, and that's okay. So all right, once again, we got Mark Beer, Controlled Insanity, coming up, our one and only Pro Stock truck. Check this thing out, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice. Here on the DPP Films YouTube channel. Like I said, I'll be going live soon. I'll give a shout out on Facebook about when that's going to happen. But until then, hope you're enjoying your holiday weekend, and thank you again for supporting the page. If you're not tuning in later, have a great weekend, and that's all for now.